just to be sure. Hang on a wee second.
Betty and Stephen are on Zoom. She holds up her sausage dog.
Look, there's wee Bobo.
Hiya, Bobo.
Can you see her?
Yeah, I see her.
That's Bobo.
Hello, Bobo.
Oh, she's lovely. Want to talk to you about your daddy's funeral, Stephen?
Aye. Yeah.
Now, there was 4 people there. There was Helen downstairs, Helen's big boy Stuart, your daddy's sister Christine. Remember her for Canada? She lost her leg with the diabetes.
Oh.
She's back for Canada.
Oh, yeah.
And there was me. It was a socially distant funeral, and your father was dressed lovely. I put him in his good shirt, his bowling club tie, and his bowling club blazer, because you know your father was a high heejin at the bowling club. He was very well to do. We played some lovely music. You know how your father loved the tattoo at the Edinburgh Fringe? Well, we had the military pipes and drums. It was very rousing, Stephen. But we didn't have a party after it. I just came back here and me and wee Bobo had a cup of tea.
Good.
That's what we did.
Well behaved. Good. Mum, I'm sorry
She's
I couldn't
drinking in
come.
your daddy's cup.
Oh, Bobo.
What was that, darling?
I'm sorry I couldn't come. You know, I just, with the whole thing.
Oh.
Is it alright?
Don't you worry about it, Stephen. Don't worry about it. I know that the rules are awfully different. Don't you worry about it. It's been a hard time with the COVID. You didn't need to come. Don't you worry about it.
Right.
Stephen, I just wanted to discuss this with you. I don't know what to do with your daddy's ashes. I've left them in the crematorium. I just feel as though he's watching me if he's in here.
He's not watching you, Mum. Just leave them there. They get rid of them. It's dead creepy bringing ashes home anyway.
She scratches Bobo behind the ears.
It's very weird. I feel as though he's kicking out that big jug and looking at me.
He's no. Just leave them there, Mum. They'll deal with that. They will. How are you doing about it all?
She sighs.
I'm doing fine. You know, your daddy was such a big presence in here, Stephen. Your daddy took up so much space. And it's weird having that space to myself, I suppose. And you know how he ripped up all the carpets because he didn't like the noise of the hoover or the carpet beater, and we've got these wooden floors. Well, maybe my shoes on, going up and down, and her with her wee toenails, and the noise I'm making, it's like I'm down the Paso Doble. You could hear me in Govan. I never knew I could make that much noise myself.
Here, will you, do you think you'll come down here now? Mind you, we're going to come down before Christmas.
Oh, aye.
Aye. You can come down now, Mum. You can come down and it's safe to travel. You can get on a train and you can come down and finally meet Martin.
She raises her eyebrows.
When will I stay?
You'll stay with us. We've got a spare room and you can kip in there.
Well, if I'm in the spare room, where's Martin gonna be?
Martin will be with me.
Her eyes widen and she turns to Bobo.
Oh, do you hear that, honey? Maybe there'll be a wedding. Will I bring a hat? I heard the gays can get married. I knew this.
Yes, we can, yes. No, you don't need to... No. Shut up. You know. But will you come?
I'll need to think about it. I've got to go and see your Auntie Isa in Fort William. She's been no well.
No, you don't. Right, but you don't. You've been there plenty. Come down here. You've not been to the clubs. We can go out dancing. You can pass it over down here. Nae bother. Be brilliant. You'll love it down here, Mum.
Do you think so?
Aye.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe your dad was right, Stephen. You're a big lump, Betty. You interrupt everybody's stories. You're awfully boring. What if I embarrass you, Stephen? I can be awfully embarrassed, not the nonsense I talk.
You don't talk nonsense, Mum. You're not going to embarrass me. I love your stories, and he's not around anymore, so it doesn't matter. You can come here and we can go out dancing. We go to Buckingham Palace.
Oh, go and see the Queen. Do you hear that? Wee Papa, we're going to go see the Queen. Get a wee special coat and tail. I'll have a right good think about it, Stephen. I definitely will. I'll have a think about it.
But
don't you worry, that's on the agenda.
But properly do, Mum, because you can come down now. You can come down. You don't need to stay there. come down here and have a lot of fun. Because I miss you and I miss your stories. And I miss your...
I miss you too. Look at you, darling. You look just like your daddy, you know, when you was younger.
No, I didn't.
Well, you've got his smile, but you don't have his heart. Oh, here, wait till you hear this. You know how when I was getting your dad's ties and all his stuff out the box for the funeral, I found some pictures of us in Skegness at Butlins, do you remember? Back in that holiday, you were just a wee lad in shorts, your wee legs filling out the shorts and everything.
No, yeah. Do you mind,
Remember?
do you mind that's where... Mind when we used to build those beach canals? You know, from the sandcastle down all the way down to the beach. You remember doing that?
You were great. You were so artistic then. You'd build a big castle and then a trough and we would float those, what were they? Lolly sticks?
Yeah, oh yeah, like the old, lolly sticks. We used to race them.
And we'd float them right into the sea.
Yeah, and remember, it was Skegness that we were going for the longest one ever. I think it was 18 foot. You wouldn't shut up about it being 18 foot. But we didn't finish it because...
Do you remember that? What do you mean we didn't finish it?
Well, because Dad wanted to go for dinner or something like that, you know.
Aye, I remember. Your dad, but Butlins had a 7 o'clock dinner. You had to book it. You know the rules, your dad weighs rules and that. But you were okay on the beach yourself, weren't you, Stephen? It was a good holiday, was it no? Did you not finish it the next day?
No, it all washed away the next day.
He frowns, gazing out of the window. Betty is lost in thought for a moment, then leans into the camera.
Ask me what I did with your father's bowling balls.
What did you do with his bowling balls?
Took them out of the dunny and rolled them right down into the Clyde. All 12 of them, right in the water. The lolly sticks would have been proud.
Did you?
She nods.
That's why we can't have his ashes here, he'd have spotted me. You and I'll go to a beach and we'll build that castle, son.
Yeah. But first you're going to come to London? I'm booking these now.
I'm definitely coming to London.
If you...
I'm getting my good shoes and I'm getting my dog and we'll be off.
Great. If you go to Fort William before you come to London, honest to God, Mum.
Isaac can wait.
Yes, you can. I can't wait to see you.
I love you, my boy.
I love you too, Mum.
He stifles a cry into his palm. She smiles. Black screen. That was Alone 2, filmed in isolation in Glasgow and County Cork. Written, performed and filmed by Janey Godley and Jack Lowden. Editor, James Alcock. Casting, Laura Donnelly, CDG. First Assistant Director, Sophie Cooper. Production Coordinator, Maureen Dalton. Makeup and Costume, Sophie Ferguson. Technical Advisors, Seth Hardwick, Ewan McLaren and Richard Price. With thanks to Ashley Story. Scenes for Survival production team. Artistic Director and CEO, Jackie Wiley. Executive Producer and Deputy CEO, Brenna Hobson. Executive Producers, Caroline Newell and Charlotte Gross. Programme Associate, Cora Bissett. Script Editor, Rose Kelleher. Associate Producers, Susanna Armitage and Callum Smith. Programme Advisors, Stella Litchfield and Emma Shadd. Production Coordinators, Ailey Crerar, Maureen Dalton and Dallas Murray. Executive Producers for Scenes for Survival, BBC Arts, Jonty Claypole. BBC Scotland, Gavin Smith and Louise Thornton. Screen Scotland, Leslie Finlay. Hopscotch Films, John Archer. Produced by Callum Smith. Directed by Caitlin Skinner. produced by National Theatre of Scotland in association with BBC Scotland, Screen Scotland and BBC Arts Culture in Quarantine, with support from Hopscotch Films.